Previously on Tarosack.
This Canadian girl looks very beautiful. What made you come to Japan? Like, what made you interested in Japan?
First, I think like I've always loved like Japanese things since I was little, but I didn't know they were Japanese. Pokemon and like video games, like certain video games and like stuff like that.
What's the obvious difference, do you think, between Japanese boys' personalities and Western boys' personality, and about girls as well?
In Canada, like we're really outgoing and like outspoken. So we like express our feelings like how we're feeling at that moment. And it's not like weird if you do that. But like in Japan, like women especially, I think, are expected to act a certain way. So even if they're an outgoing person, they still have to like act like.
Have you ever felt, I get this because I'm gaijin? I don't say gaijin usually, but like, I know foreign people say, because I'm gaijin. Have you ever felt something like this in Japan?
You mean like bad things?
Yeah, like for example, like I don't get obvious racism or anything like that, but I feel like sometimes, when you go to buy you run out your cord, iPhone charger, your iPhone charger is broken. So you got to go to, shopping center or something. And then I said, I'm looking for an iPhone charger. And then maybe like, I want to get the cheap one. And then sometimes, the guys are like, just just grab it like this. I'm like, okay, is it because I'm Asian? Like, do you act like this? If white lady comes there and asks you like, where is the iPhone charger? Would you like treat customers like that? I don't think so. Like, it's just an example, but have you ever felt something like this?
Yeah, I don't feel that discriminated against, I think, as much as some other people might. I think a lot of the time it comes with like people are like they expect foreigners not to be able to speak Japanese, right? So like as soon as I speak Japanese, they're like, oh, this person speaks Japanese. Okay, I can treat them like a normal person. I think I felt that way in the hospital kind of actually when I was giving birth. I think they kind of treated me a bit differently than, like other patients.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, people who's watching this video, please don't judge what she says. She's just saying, her experience as much as she can, because I asked this question and she tried to figure out what she can say. So she's not against, Japanese people or anything, just trying to remember, all the things.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't feel that much discrimination because of
I don't feel that much in Australia too, so maybe we'll feel the same.
I think it's because I act, the way that Japanese people are expected to act. So I try to blend in.
One thing I was surprised when I started getting to know about foreign cultures, like our image, like white girls have a blonde hair, but actually most of you guys dye hair.
Yeah, like there are a lot of people who have naturally blonde hair, but I think the majority of us dye it. Even when I have pink hair, though, people ask me if it's my real hair color.
Oh my God, can't be real hair.
I was like, are you serious?
So I assume that you have a lot of non-Japanese friends who are pretty much like you, the people who've been in Japan for ages. Is there any Japanese culture that you and your friends suffered a lot from, take a long time to get used to?
I don't know if it would be considered culture, but washing dishes.
Washing dishes?
Like there's no dishwashers here, really. It's not very common.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
It's like a constant battle here. I know I sound so privileged, but my friend and I talk about this all the time. Like every time I see her, she's always like, oh, I hate washing dishes.
Yeah, because even in Australia, in this house, we have a dishwasher.
Yeah, so like usually, I think we just put like one day's worth of dishes in the dishwasher, right? And then like the next day you just clean it up. Yeah. But like another thing is like hanging clothes up outside to dry. I asked my friend if she like what she thought, and she said like people don't say bless you when you sneeze.
They just ignore, hey.
Yeah, you sneeze. Like for us, when we come here, no one says bless you. So we sneeze and then we look around like, why didn't anyone say bless you? No one cares.
No one say bless you. They're like, be quiet. Don't get
Yeah.
fucking COVID.
Yeah, don't get your germs on me.
You know, I'm very curious about this, and I guess you're a perfect person to ask this question. Who do you think actually looks attractive to Western girls who are not interested in Japan or anything? So pretty much like foreign girls on the street, maybe outside Australia, Sydney. I mean, in the Japanese male celebrity. For example, let's say the vocalist of the Sandaime Jeso brothers, and let's say the boys from Johnny's Jr. They probably look attractive to many, not everyone, but many Japanese girls, but I don't think they are to, you know, foreign girls. So if you can pick one or some, what Japanese celebrities you can think look attractive to girls, foreign girls in a foreign country?
Like I am interested in Japanese men, so I can't like be like the spokesperson for Western girl, like women.
So okay, I know you're married now, but you were not interested in like Western people, Western guys.
I am, but like I also interested in like, I think I'm like more maybe attracted to Asian men, but I also like foreign men. Like I don't really.
You don't really care about where they're from.
Yeah, I don't really care about where they're from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard that Western women like Yamapi. He's got like a good body, and like he's like pretty, but like he's like handsome but pretty at the same time.
Yeah. And
he's got like a nice voice, I think, too. And yeah, I think he might be like attractive to like Canadian women, maybe. I feel like Western women like bulkier men, like more attracted to like men with a bit of a bigger body. Yeah. I said before, like manly men, right? Like Nagase Tomoya. I think like he's pretty like attractive too. Or like I personally like Yuziki Naohito. He's really handsome. Yeah. I think like people like them maybe. Yeah.
So now it is a very unfortunate and tricky situation to go overseas because of the pandemic. However, there are obviously many people who are willing to learn English and also maybe interested in having a date or relationship with a foreign girl or boy, you know? You are in a relationship now, Tia, but what do you think is the best way for Japanese to meet people like you know, who came from another country and live in Japan? What's the best way to meet these kind of people?
I mean, right now, especially, I think the internet, like dating apps and stuff.
Do foreign girls, boys in Japan use like Tinder or matching apps?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Like Tinder, Bumble, and like stuff like that. I think
if
you're looking to date someone, if you're looking for like dating or friends, I mean, there's no harm in like if you find someone on Instagram, like just shoot them a DM, right?
That's apparently big in the Western country, but I didn't know that it happens in Japan. Does it happen in Japan?
I have no idea. I can't say anything.
I don't think so. But apparently it's a big thing in the Western countries. So, you know, things going viral in the Western countries tend to come to Japan later on. So I think it's also can be in the mainstream of like looking for a partner and stuff.
Yeah, well, like definitely if you're like interested in a foreign woman, I mean, we're used to doing it that way. So, True. But like also I would recommend going to like bars.
British hub.
Yeah, hub. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like hub. Yeah, hub. If you go to hub, that's where everyone hangs out. So
yeah. What do they have to say? Hey, how's your night been?
Yeah. Hey, how's your night been?
Just trying to be very honest that you're super hot.
That might be a good way to start.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's much, like, I don't say like in a bad way, but I think it's much easier to be successful in Japan than in like trying to do that in foreign countries. Because I think the people, okay, let's talk about girls, like let's say girls who live in Japan, foreign girls, I mean, they live in Japan because they're interested in Japan somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe some of them just work, but I think there are chances, big chances, opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. I think women here, are more likely to be attracted to Japanese men.
Yeah.
People who come here, they're looking for an adventure, right?
Yeah.
So they look like they want to meet new people. They want to have experiences. I think a lot of people, they don't mind it when people just start talking to them.
That's very good to know. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, you're a Canadian girl. You must know the general personality of Western girls. I know everyone has a different personality, but you know what I mean? Like Japanese have Japanese personality. Japanese have the Japanese personality.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you know about the general personality of Japanese boys too, because you've been there for a while, quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the last question, if Japanese boys say that they want to go on a date or have a relationship with the foreign girls like that, what sort of advice you would give if someone comes up to you and asks for an advice, saying like, what do I have to be careful, or like, what's the tip? What do you say?
Some advice for when you are hitting on someone is what I want to say, because I feel very strongly about this. Is like, if they're speaking Japanese, don't tell them their Japanese is very good. Don't be like, wow, your Japanese is so good. Like don't say like that, or don't say like, 英語教えてください。英語勉強したいです。Or like, I don't think I was very turned off by, I don't know, turned off. You get bored very easily.
Because you get like a million times, and then you're like, this guy is very
It's like the same thing over and over and over again, and it's just boring.
That's true.
And I know that they're just trying to be nice by like asking, and they're very curious, and I know that, so it's okay to ask that like later on.
Yeah.
But not like in the first few sentences. Talk about something else first, and then lean into asking them like how they studied Japanese and how long they've been here. And because you start to feel like you're just an object when you're asked that all the time.
I see.
Like, I kind of felt like I'm just seen as I'm just a foreigner. They just think I'm like an English teacher that's going to teach them English for free. In the relationship, I would say like, be sensitive towards their feelings. Like I've said, like many times, we like to express ourselves, and I think that can often become like a conflict between the two cultures. Be considerate about their feelings and also cultural differences. I think it's important to discuss. I think there's a lot of misunderstandings in international relationships.
I think in the people who's watching my channel, there are many people who kind of like admires international couples. But I would say, if you want to have a nice, healthy international couple relationship, in the beginning, like we said, you need to compromise in the middle. Like, you can't be too Japanese all the time. Yeah,
it's a lot of compromise. It's a lot of talking.
Yeah, I think so. It needs a lot of effort to be nice and healthy. This video was a lesson. Say, if you want to have a international relationship, it's going to be like, it's weird to say, and I don't want to say this because everyone's different, but basically it's going to be tougher than, having someone who comes from the same culture and background. Everyone's different, but it's going to be a bit tricky. But then of course it's more, it can be more enjoyable too.
Yeah, just do whatever suits you.
Yeah, true. That was all questions that I wanted to ask you. ティアの日本語めっちゃうまい。ティアの日本語めっちゃうまいんだけど、どうやって勉強したの？
さっき言ったみたいにアニメとかドラマとか、学校とか、教科書とか、音楽とか、バイトとか仕事とか、全部。
めっちゃ喋った。
そうだね、すごくなんか日本人と喋らないと、多分うまくなれないと思う。
じゃあ英語を勉強したい人も やっぱりネイティブスピーカー探して、
うん、
ミスをさこう恐れずにめっちゃ喋った方がいいよね。
もうだって日本に引っ越してきた時に、多分日本語を勉強多分6年ぐらい勉強してたかな、その時。でも全然喋れなくて、言葉が理解できたけど全然喋れなくて、そしたらバイトをやったらやっと毎日日本人英語を話せない人と毎日喋ったらちょっとずつ喋れるようになって、それからなんか覚えやすくなった。
あ、なるほどね。入ってきやすかったんだ。
そうだね。
なるほどね。まあこういうのはね、ランゲージ習うのにはすごくこういう喋れるようになった人の話っていうのは大事だと思うから、まあ、今聞いてみたんだけど、今日はありがとう、協力してくれて。
はい。
ということで今日はカナダ人で日本に長らく住んでいるティアちゃんに協力していただいて、このね、Zoom で動画撮りました。で、ティアちゃんも YouTube のね、チャンネルを今作ろうと思って編集頑張ってるみたいなんで、多分この動画アップする頃には、多分できてると思うので、下のところに概要欄にリンク載せておくので、ぜひね、もう今多分見てる人がめっちゃ可愛いって思ってるから、多分みんな言ってくれると思うから、ティアちゃんのチャンネルもね、見て、まあ、カナダ人の女性が日本でね、どういうふうに、生活しているのかというところをね、覗いてもらえたらと思います。ということで、最後まで見てくれた皆さん、ありがとうございます。面白いと思ってもらえた方はチャンネル登録忘れずに、また次の動画でお会いしましょう。Bye for now.